Are you running a business in Korea or managing employees as a foreign company? Understanding Korean withholding tax and social insurance obligations is absolutely critical for legal compliance and avoiding heavy penalties. Let me explain the essential requirements every foreign business owner must know in 2025. First, Korean withholding tax applies to virtually all income payments you make. When paying salaries to employees, you must withhold income tax using simplified tax tables. For business income payments to freelancers or contractors, the standard rate is 3.3%, which includes 3% income tax plus 0.3% local income tax. Other income like consulting fees, lecture fees, and royalties also require withholding tax at specified rates. The reporting and payment deadline for withholding tax is extremely strict. You must file your withholding tax return and pay the tax by the 10th of the month following payment. For example, if you pay salaries in June, you must report and pay withholding tax by July 10th. Missing this deadline results in substantial penalties, including basic penalty tax of 3% plus daily late payment penalties. Korean 4 major social insurance system is mandatory for all employees including foreign workers. The 4 insurances are national pension, national health insurance, employment insurance, and workers' compensation insurance. As of 2025, national health insurance rates including long-term care insurance total approximately 8% of monthly wages, split equally between employer and employee at 4% each. National pension contributions are 9% total, with employer and employee each paying 4.5%. Employment insurance rates vary by company size and industry, typically ranging from 1.15 to 1.75% for employers, while employees pay 0.9%. Workers' compensation insurance is paid entirely by employers, with rates varying from 0.56% to 18.56% depending on industry risk levels. Registration deadlines for social insurance are critical and differ by insurance type. For new employees, health insurance must be reported within 14 days of hire date, while national pension, employment insurance, and workers' compensation must be reported by the 15th of the month following hire. When employees quit, you must report termination within the same time frames to avoid penalties. Important changes took effect in 2025 regarding health insurance payroll reporting. Previously, employers had to submit separate annual payroll reports to health insurance authorities by March 10. Now, if you submit simplified income statements to the tax office, this automatically satisfies health insurance reporting requirements. However, employment and workers' compensation insurance still require separate annual payroll reports by March 15. Korean labor culture emphasizes proper documentation and timely compliance. Unlike some Western countries where minor delays might be overlooked, Korean authorities strictly enforce deadlines and impose significant penalties for non-compliance. Late social insurance registration can result in fines of 30,000 won per employee, while withholding tax delays can cost 3% penalty plus daily interest charges. Foreign business owners often underestimate the complexity of Korean payroll obligations. The system requires managing multiple government agencies including National Tax Service, National Health Insurance Service, National Pension Service, and Korea Workers' Compensation and Welfare Service. Each has different forms, deadlines, and electronic filing systems. One critical mistake foreign companies make is treating Korean employees like independent contractors to avoid social insurance obligations. Korean labor law has strict criteria for employee classification, and misclassification can result in retroactive social insurance payments, penalties, and legal liability. When in doubt, classify workers as employees rather than contractors. Electronic filing is mandatory for most withholding tax and social insurance reports. You must register for electronic filing systems including Home Tax for tax matters and EDI systems for social insurance. These systems require Korean language proficiency and understanding of local procedures, so many foreign companies hire local payroll specialists or accounting firms. Record-keeping requirements are extensive in Korea. You must maintain detailed payroll records, employment contracts, attendance records, and all tax and insurance filing documents. During audits, authorities expect immediate access to all documentation with proper Korean translations when necessary. The integration between tax and social insurance systems is unique in Korea. Information you report to one agency is often cross-checked with other agencies, so consistency is crucial. Discrepancies between tax withholding reports and social insurance wage reports can trigger audits and investigations. Professional assistance becomes essential when managing Korean payroll compliance. The combination of frequent regulation changes, complex calculation requirements, and strict enforcement makes self-management risky for foreign companies. Local expertise helps navigate cultural expectations, language barriers, and relationship building with government agencies. Korean business culture values long-term relationships and procedural correctness. Building positive relationships with local tax offices and insurance agencies can provide valuable guidance during complex situations. Regular compliance training for your local staff and maintaining open communication channels with authorities demonstrates good faith effort and professional approach. Remember that Korean payroll compliance is not just about following rules but also about protecting your employees' rights and maintaining your company reputation. Proper compliance ensures your workers receive entitled benefits, maintains your business license status, and protects against costly disputes or legal action. The key to successful Korean payroll management is starting with proper systems, maintaining accurate records, meeting all deadlines, and seeking professional guidance when needed. These foundational practices will protect your business while ensuring full compliance with Korean employment law.